Hello, my name is Mike Gray, and welcome to another 5-Minute Message. I remember back years ago I got to hear a speaker, his name was Zig Ziglar, and he tells this story of a woman who came to him after his show was over and said, "Zig, I need your help. I don't know what to do. Everybody at work, I can't stand my job, I can't stand the people at work. It's just really bad and I don't know what to do with my life." He says, "Okay, I want you to do something for me. Do you promise to do it?" She says, "Yes." He said, "Get a piece of paper down, and I want you to write 10 things about your job that you like." She goes, you weren't listening to me. "I hate everything about my job. I hate the people there. I hate the job itself. I hate everything." He says, "Well, let me help you. Do they pay you at this job?" "Well, of course they pay me at this job." "Write it down. But I want you to write down, I love my job because I get paid." "Do they pay you well?" "Yeah, pretty well." "I love my job because I get paid well." "Do you get vacation?" "Well, sure, I get vacation." "Write it down." And he went through and found with her 10 simple things about her job that she loved. He says, "Now I'm going to be back in town in a month. What I want you to do is every day, I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and I want you to read those 10 things. And then come back to me in a month later and tell me how things are going." She goes, "That's it?" "That's it." So she agreed to do it, and a month later he was back for another seminar. She showed up and she goes, "Zig, I got to tell you, I was skeptical at first, but you know what? It's amazing how much these people have changed." See, that's the thing. We make the changes in our lives, but we don't realize it. We think they're the ones that are making the change. If we want to make changes in our lives on how things are looking, we have to change ourselves, not others. Sometimes we look at this world and we go, the politics are horrible. The business climate is horrible. Everything in this world is horrible. And I'm stuck in this world until I die. What a terrible way to look at life. God says that we need to change ourselves, and then we can change the world. For example, in the book of Philippians chapter 4, verse 8, it says, "Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there's any excellence, if there's anything worthy of praise, think about these things." The King James Version uses a word I like even better. It says, meditate on these things. Look for them. Look for them in your life. Stop looking for all the negatives. Stop looking for the bad things in people. Stop looking for the bad things in this world. Look for the good things in this world. The beauty that was created. The wonderful people that are there that you get to meet. Your brothers and sisters in Christ. I heard another story of a preacher who a lady came up to him before services and said, "There are 2 men following me." He looked and he didn't see anything and said, I don't see anybody. And she walked off. Next Sunday, she came back again. She says, "Those 2 men are still following me." He began to worry about her a little bit. He said, "Ma'am, there's nobody following you." And she stormed off and sat back down. Finally, the 3rd week, she came back again, and he was ready for her this time. She said, "Those 2 men are still following me." He says, "You know, I know, and I know who they are." She said, "Really?" He says, "Yeah, they're actually in the Bible. Look in the book of Psalms, chapter 23. It says, 'Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life.'" She smiled and said, "Oh, okay," and she sat down. See, it's all in how we look at things. We have to look at things from a different perspective, looking for the good in things. In the book of Romans chapter 12, verse 2, it says, "Don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of our minds, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God and what is good and acceptable and perfect." We have to change our minds. We have to renew the way we look at things. We have to renew the way that we are influenced. It says, don't be conformed to this world. Don't let the world influence us. We have got to be better than that. We have got to be above that. We have to look at the world and go, those are the bad things that Satan is causing in my life. I'm going to ignore those. I'm going to focus on the good things God is doing in my life. And by doing so, a whole new world will open up to us, and we'll see things differently. You see, once we make that determination, we start seeing things differently. We have to then take action and start doing those things in our lives that lead to good positive outcomes, that help us find those positive things, to help us change our attitude and lock it in long term. We should look at ourselves and be honest about areas that we need to work on. And then what we need to do is look at that from a more positive light. How can I approach that in a more positive way? And then change all those influences, those negative influences that are leading to that. Once we have all that, then take action and move forward to making our life better in Christ. The Lord made this wonderful world for us. We need to make the most of it while we're here. And when we do, we might notice that we're being followed by two people: goodness and mercy. Thank you for watching.